Are we starting?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of BarTalk. It is your host, Abigail Caro, your amazing, wonderful co-host, Tracy Bianco.
Woo-hoo.
She's
BarTalk,
tan.
BarTalk.
She's blonde. She's feeling herself. She's in her element. It is the summer solstice today. First day of summer, bitches.
Oh my God, what are we doing?
No, wait. First day of summer is definitely tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the final day before summer.
Oh, right. Yeah. So
The summer solstice is the day prior.
Oh.
Is it? Or is it today? No, so summer solstice is today, but is summer solstice the first day of summer, or is it the day before the summer?
I feel like that's a question for your mom.
Fuck.
We should text her. Or I have my laptop literally right here.
I'm gonna call her immediately.
Okay. We're calling Lori Crow.
She never answers. If I were dying, I would never call her. Watch this.
You know I'd answer.
Yeah, you would answer immediately, but you wouldn't help me at all.
I
You'd be
answer,
like, oh my God, what the fuck do we do, Abigail? I don't know. I'm dying.
I answer phone calls, FaceTimes, and my Instagram DMs all the time. But text
Look at
messages,
this.
that's it.
And I'll get back with you as soon as possible.
Mom.
Dude, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Call her
I'm dying
again.
right now. I'm
Call her
FaceTiming
again.
her. See, look, and now it's connecting. Don't act like this is Lori. You're on the podcast.
Oh, this is bad timing, man. I'm driving. Hi.
Okay, well, first of all, I talked about how I would never call you if I were dying because you never answer the phone.
Hey, I was talking to my mom.
Okay, well, your mom is dying, so
Still.
actually I give you a free pass. But anyways, I need to know something very important for this podcast episode, and that is the summer solstice the first day of summer or the day before the first day of summer?
Well, that's an obnoxious question. I don't know.
Because today
I'm
is the
looking
summer
it up.
solstice.
That tomorrow is the July solstice.
No,
Is-
you're...
Is summer
It's
solstice?
going to be in, like, Australia or something. Are you serious? You literally... These poor people.
Wait, isn't summer solstice supposed to be like the longest day of the year?
Okay, I love you, bye.
Oh,
You're no help. You're supposed to be the hippie that knows this shit.
the hippie. I'm a diva hippie. It's a little different.
I know.
What the fuck happened to your camera?
Bye, love you. Yeah, my camera's crack-a-lacked.
What did you do?
I can
you
still
just
take
get this
photos. Look at this.
phone? What the fuck did you do, bro?
See, look how sexy you still look.
I still look so good. Dude,
This is going to be the
cover
the
photo?
cover photo.
dude, Abigail's is that a 13? Don't tell me it's a 13.
Yeah,
Is
probably.
it the new one?
Probably.
Dude.
I
her
have
brand
insurance.
new phone.
I have insurance. Okay, everybody, welcome to BarTalk.
Her brand new phone has a fucking
Is it the
crack in
solstice
it.
or not?
Oh, the summer solstice sets off the official start of summer as the north. Oh, well, I don't give a fuck about that.
What's the north what?
As the northern hemisphere angles itself
Okay.
at the point of its
Yeah, I don't
orbit.
care
Blah,
about
blah,
that
blah.
What is the day?
The longest day and the shortest night of the calendar.
Oh my God, but what is the fucking day?
Oh, does summer?
Oh my God. What day is
Wednesday.
the summer solstice 2020? Okay, so it's tomorrow.
So it's the first day of summer, which means summer is officially here.
Tomorrow. By the time you guys are listening to this, summer will be here.
Summer will be here. Isn't that fucking exciting? You want to know
Oh,
something?
do you want me to give you your gift?
Yeah,
I'm
but
here.
wait. You know something
Okay.
really weird about summer? Because I'm a summer baby. I'm summer born. This is like coming into my favorite month. It's July.
I'm a summer baby.
Yeah, we're both summer babies. I fucking love summer. It brings out the best in me.
Tracy
but anyway,
is a Cancer.
summer is one of those months that I feel like has already been happening for a month already.
Yeah, because it's Florida.
Right. I forget I live here sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very weird.
In other locations, it's still a little chilly.
It's still a little chilly. Like up north, I'd be like, damn, I can't wait for summer to get here and school's finally out. And you just feel like all the kids are out and doing their thing in summers and they're on the bike path and whatever.
Mhm.
And here I literally feel like it's been summer for like 2 years. Just like all.
Turn your fucking shit off,
Sorry.
Tracy.
How do I turn my notifications off on a Mac?
Why did you turn them back on? You turned them off. Why did you turn them back on?
I don't know.
You like she likes the fucking attention, bro. She likes the ding. You're
I
so
don't.
full of shit.
I don't.
Yes,
I
you
don't.
do.
Just here's the thing.
Why do you keep... No, you're lying. You love the attention.
I don't.
Is that Cornelius? Cornelius, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't. But listen,
Okay.
This whole Mac thing, I love it. I got a brand new laptop just for everybody who's listening is like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? It is really tripping me up that I can text on this and like get my stuff from my phone on the computer because I'm getting so much done and also not a lot done at the same time. Like
that's your whole life. That's been your whole life, Tracy.
I know, but like listen, today I got the craziest shit done that I didn't have scheduled at all. And I did like 18 things while I was at Lucky Goat. I was literally talking to Alana and Jules and the baby, and I had music in my ears, and I did like 4 different posts and TV screens and answered all of my emails.
Okay.
But like how? How does that happen?
Because it's your job. You're supposed to do these things.
I know, but like I wasn't able to do that like with my PC. It's just like you're in between your phone. My computer is my phone now, so I'm able to like do things.
Yeah, this is worse actually because now you can get distracted on your computer.
I know, but I didn't though. I was literally like getting shit done.
What are we talking about today?
That's pretty fucking
What
big.
are we talking about today?
Oh, give me my gift.
You're such a cunt. Okay, so this I'm giving you. I'm a hippie. I'm giving you this rock in honor of the solstice.
Okay.
I actually got it in Atlanta in May, and I never gave it to her because
in May.
In May, early May too. It is July.
June.
It is June 20th. The universe said now is the time. So,
thank you.
I'm going to. She's like, thanks. It's an avocado. Hold on. Let me read what it means.
Avocado. Thanks.
Let me read what it means. The white brachiated jasper. This was when you were dealing with some things. You're still dealing with things. If you feel your life is spiraling uncontrollably, then allow the white brachiated jasper to help. A stone of peace. White brachiated jasper allows you to find your center and learn different ways of reacting to what is around you. A powerful pal when one is going through a spiritual awakening.
Abigail.
And I saw it and I thought of you, so
Thank
I got you this rock.
Oh,
and I know that it's gay. I don't. It's okay. I just thought you're going through stuff.
Oh.
And I thought my mom wanted to get stuff.
She's not gonna get me anything.
No, she was getting rocks and stuff, and I was like,
I put it right next
Tracy's
to my tea.
really going through it, so I was gonna pick out a stone for you, and I found that one.
It's so
kind
nice.
of fucking ugly for being like,
No, it's kind of definitely me. It's very
kind of ugly,
but shiny, kind of ugly. The rock is kind of ugly.
It's
just
definitely me. This is mine. This is for.
Do you carry it with you everywhere?
No, because technically yes, because it was in my bag for a long time.
Did you just put that in your pocket? Do you carry it?
I just put it in my pocket just to give to you. But this one is for. It's.
Oh my God,
Cornelius, we're podcasting.
Bye. Okay.
Bye.
If you wanted to know, my brother's going to sleep at his fucking girlfriend's house. If you couldn't hear it.
Slut.
He's such a slut.
He's such a slut. Okay, this one is I actually don't remember what it's called or really what it's for, but I remember it's supposed to help me with my meditations. I'm supposed to use it actually while I'm meditating to help like with awareness and focus and clarity.
Oh, nice.
I think.
Nice. Your mom, when we used to podcast at your mom's, I noticed that she has a lot of rocks.
She actually has the white brachiated jasper in a huge crystal form.
Where did you get it from?
Some crystal store.
Oh, word.
In Atlanta, in Marietta.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, dang. I literally did you do this because I was talking about the Code of Atonement or the Court of Atonement?
It reminded me that that I had it in my bag this whole time. I was going to give it to you.
Oh, word. Because we were talking about, my mom and I were talking about journaling. And I
journal every day. I make it a habit to journal every day. And
I was going to talk about that.
It's so crazy because I thought that was terrible. I was like, this is a terrible idea to force yourself to journal. I used to just journal when I felt led to. But I've had some days it's I'll do the shortest entry, like a sentence. And then some days there will be times when I'm like, I wouldn't have journaled today. Mm-hmm. And I did. And I have these awesome, fucking cool, powerful entries.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you journal, right? Do you journal as if you're talking to yourself, or do you just journal the thoughts that you have?
Both.
Both.
I talk to myself via the thoughts that I have.
Right. But it's not like you
It's
write
in the
to yourself
form
like
of
a
I.
diary.
It's in the form of I. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel this way. This is what's happening in my life.
Yeah. So like, see, I was talking to my mom about it, and I think I've talked to this. We were on a long run like a couple weeks ago. Oh, I know what it was. I know exactly where we were. We were at Piney Z. I was talking to Rich about it because we were running our long runs. We were like 15, 18 mile.
Rich
20
is one
runs.
of her runner buddies that runs with her.
Yeah, we were training for the ultra at this time. So we had like a lot of time on our hands because we were in the woods for like hours. And at that time we were trying to test out a lot of food. So we had to like run 10 miles out, come back to the car, run another 10 miles, whatever. So anyway, we had a lot of time on our hands. And I was talking to him about it, and I talked to my mom because I really want to start to get back into journaling again. But what we talked about was that I loved to journal, but what I stopped journaling, or the reason why I stopped journaling, is because I couldn't let things go like I normally would be able to on a daily basis. Like I feel like I'm a type of person that I kind of bitch and moan, but then I'm like, okay, I had my time, and then I'm right back into my state of just like being chaotic. Like that's just how I gel. Is like I don't really let things sit in my head I let things sit in my head for a while if I'm dealing with them for a long period of time, but but in spurts. It's not like I dwell on things all day.
Okay.
You know, but like in journaling, I was writing down all of my thoughts, like especially at the end of the year, this past year. And I was journaling a lot. And then what would happen is I would go back, I would go through the pages, like find a new one, and then I would read about it, and I would get re-pissed or like
You talked about this.
re-upset.
I think either to me or it might have been on a podcast episode.
I think we talked about it with Anthony just a little bit when he was talking about it.
Okay.
And like it made me scared because I was like journaling was such a creative outlet for me to like write down what I was thinking, and it put thoughts on paper. And like sometimes you're not able to express yourself like verbally, but you can write down just like a bunch of shit, you know? And I needed to like write down all the different instances and situations that were happening to me. But then I would go to another page and I would like reread it, and I would get so upset and be like, yeah, I was really fucking pissed then, and I didn't deserve that. And like, I would just for some reason go down this like spiral that like made me scared to want to journal, and then I just stopped it, you know?
Yeah, but I think that honestly just highlights the fact that you maybe have an inefficient way of processing your emotions, which means which means it's all that does is help it kind of bring to light the fact that, oh, okay, like this is something that I actually haven't fully let go of.
Yeah.
And that's I think a cool thing to understand and realize, you know, because as much as of a grudge holder as I've been in the past, as much as like I've been able to an angry, like resentful person that I've been, I found that journaling and meditating has been probably one of the most powerful ways for me to let go.
Yeah.
So now I can look at entries and they will evoke emotion in me, but in a way that's like not necessarily attached. It's like, I remember where you were then.
And like growing emotions. Like you're like, damn, I was there at this point in time last year.
When I went through that really, really dark situation, I read back on those entries and they were very emotional and it was very vulnerable for me. But it was not because I put myself back there. It's just because it was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just remember this Abigail. I remember this Abigail, and I feel sorrow for her because I remember what it felt like.
I wish I had my old entries. I threw mine in a fire in my backyard.
I really like reading back on them sometimes, honestly.
I literally got so upset, and I literally set a fire in my backyard in my chimney and fucking threw that shit in the fire because I didn't want to read it again. I was just like, okay, be gone. And I took it and just like, I just like made me, like I said, it just made me scared. But I was, talking to my mom the other day. She's doing this thing called the Court of Atonement that she sent me. And it's like, it's a lot of pages, but like I'll read one to you. And you kind of like sign it as if it's like a document that you sign your name to, and you read it over and over to yourself. And it's like spiritual healing. And you say it to yourself, like, it's almost like positive affirmations.
Yeah, like the law of attraction.
Yeah. It's like positive affirmations and you say it over and over again. And you could do like one short paragraph of it. You don't have to do all 9 entries or 10 entries, whatever it is. But you like pick the one that's like, you know, of whatever that resembles most of what you're going through now. And you kind of like say it to yourself over and over again so that you can give yourself the strength to be able to deal with things one thing at a time. And so that's how we got into the conversation of like starting to journal again. Yeah. And I like yesterday, I like almost did it. Like I was sitting down and I was like, I had a couple sucky conversations in my life in the last couple weeks. And like, I really am like in my head and I have a lot of thoughts that like should be there and shouldn't be there. And I was like, I think you just need to like write everything down because it's so spiraled in my brain. And then I literally like picked up a piece of paper to do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I just like put it away because I got fucking scared. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to shut my eyes and pretend like nothing ever happened. And I went to bed for approximately an hour. And then I woke up and I was like,
I think that's a powerful observation though. The fact for you, it might just be that you have to put yourself in a situation where you feel safe to do that. Yeah. Because it's like you're releasing a lot of things that you have built up for a long period of time. Yeah. And you're unscattering things that you might not even understand quite yet. And part of it is there is a fear that as you put it on paper, you're going to admit things to yourself that you are very afraid to admit about who you are and where you're at and what you want with your future. Like there are things that I've written, and as I've written them, I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Like, I feel that way. You know, like I didn't even entirely know that that's exactly that's how I felt because in my brain it's so cluttered. And so scattered. But it's so important, man, because it just helps me release it. It helps me kind of figure out where I'm really at. And I think that for me, it's let me let go of a lot of shit, which is like, okay, this is where I'm at and this is what I'm doing. And I'm observing these things about myself and where I'm at in my life right now. And I think this is where I'm doing well. This is where I'm not doing so well. Yeah. It's allowed me to really understand. I was just having a conversation with one of my clients, Emma Bryce, about this today, about the power of perception and just how insanely powerful it is. Like, oh yeah. You know, because she's having some struggles in her life. And I was like, Emma, like you have a perception that everyone is feeling this way about you that's literally not real. And I was talking to her about this. I was like, I literally said to her, I said, how narcissistic are you to assume that your thoughts everyone else is having and your feelings everyone else is having? Yeah. And I only say that because it's like, that was me. Like, that was me. And that's kind of what my journal entries allowed me to do, was to write it down and then to be like, that's just how I feel. Right. Like, and also when I meditate, sometimes it's like, are these emotions even really mine? Like, or are they just emotions? Are they just feelings? You know? Because they go oftentimes as fast as they come. And usually when I like sit with my emotions and I allow myself to feel them, they go away anyways. Yep. Like, I don't feel anxiety like I've felt before in the past nearly as much. Yeah. After journaling and meditating every day, because it gives me a space to be like, if you feel anxious, go ahead and feel that way. And I'm just going to like observe myself in this state. And like allow yourself to actually feel that. And then it leaves. Right. It's like, we didn't even really want to fucking be here. Right. That's why I said like, I like bitch and moan and I deal with my shit. And then it's kind of like, okay, that was good. Like I let myself feel that and I bitched and moaned about it and now I'm good again. You know, like you just might need to let yourself do that though on paper. Yeah. Well, you know, and like I go for walks every day. You're the same way. I'm so bad at logging my walks. I literally walk like 2.5 miles every day, like around my neighborhood. And I never log them. But I just started recently trying to log them because I just want to know how much time I have on my feet, like especially through training and stuff like that and eating. Right. Like we were just talking about losing weight, like no fucking shit. I walk 3 miles upon the shit that I do every single day. And plus like, you know, at work, whatever, another conversation for another time. But I walk every day. And my brother
has so much anxiety. Like, you wouldn't think that my brother has a lot of anxiety because of his job, but this kid is like a bundle of fucking stress. Like, to the point where like he'll be on his phone and he'll be texting and I will be like, no, listen, I'm not the best driver in the world, okay? But literally he will see red lights like miles away and I'll be like, Trey, you gotta stop. I'm like, dude, there's literally a light in between us and the people that are braking. I'm going to have to stop at this red light anyway. Like, he's just has so much anxiety about the littlest shit that like builds up over time and his job and whatever. And so I said to him, like, you have to get off of your phone and off of the computer and you got to get outside and get some fresh air every day. And he's like, I just want to sit in the backyard. I'm like, no, you need to like move and like feel the sun, like feel the earth, like feel the fucking ground, right? And I'm like, you have to do something that gets you out. So he's been coming on walks with me every day. And we talk about shit. It's not like, you know, some days it's a peaceful walk and other days it's us bitching and moaning, but it gives us both an hour of our time to just kind of like outlet in fresh air and sweat it out for like 45 minutes to an hour and walk 3 miles like around my block. And by the time that we come back, we're always like, good walk. Like, it's all out. And then we just kind of like air our shit, whether it's the same thing we've been talking about for weeks or whether it's something that just happened to come up that we're bitching about. But we have like that outlet to just like put it out in the universe. And then you come back and you're like, you know, like just like flush it away type of thing.
That's why I go on my walks in the evening. It's crazy. I like flash to my walks as you were saying that because they're so imperative to me, and people are like, it's just a fucking walk, and it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, that is my way of. It's like sometimes healing. Healing. It's like sometimes that's the only joy in my day.
Yo, same.
You know, and it's not that my days are bad. I wake up and I literally wake up every day and I'm just like, I'm so fucking grateful. It's a new day. Like, I love this. Like, you know, I try to wake up with gratitude every single morning. But sometimes it's just one of those days where it's like, man, the fucking only joy I feel right now is on this walk. And it's like, I will see the sun is setting and it's peaceful and it's quiet. And like where I live, it's so serene. And
oh my God, you post a picture of that tree all the time that's like in the middle of the fucking
favorite
field.
Tree of all time.
It's just like this most random, most beautiful tree in the middle of nothingness.
It's just these hanging long leaves with moss hanging, and it like
gorgeous.
Whispers with the wind. It's like, it's insanely beautiful. And if you get it at the right time, right as the sun is setting, the sun will go right through that tree, and it's like magic. It's seriously, it's my favorite part of the walk, the entire walk. And so people are like, why do you walk? It's like, man, that's fucking why I walk, because it makes me understand exactly. It's like, okay, I am, this is it. Like, this is why, this might just be the reason I woke up today. This might be just exactly what I needed. Something, you know, this is my healing. This is my ability to decompress. This is the universe allowing me to understand. It's like, bitch, be grateful I gave you today.
Yep.
You know, sometimes it's a mean reminder. It's like, fuck you.
Like, why are
you're alive again? Why are you so pissed?
I'll never forget. It was last year, the time when Amy Nation like worked a 24-hour shift.
One of our clients.
Yeah, and took a Celsius, and she ended up in Atlanta for the race last year. So it was last April. And we came back from that race, and, you know, obviously, like, we throw little tidbits of whatever, and it was the end of the year, and she was using that race as an example because it was a race that we had recently been at together, and I saw her do it, and I was like, what the fuck is she doing? And then when the end of the year came, when I started journaling and started going through my heaps of bullshit, she came up to me and she was like, Trass, you gotta fucking grab the dirt. And I was like, what? And she's like, sometimes, you know, like before a race, she's like, everybody has their things. Like, you know, I fix my shoes 75 times and I have them weird like superstitions or whatever. But she's like, you have to remember to like grab the dirt. And she's like, I know you better. And I know that you don't take life for granted, but you have to grab the earth. And she literally like put her hands on the ground and like grabbed like dirt and like put it in her hands. And she's like, this makes me grounded. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, I get it. Because like for a while and like a good couple months, like I wasn't doing that. And that's the type of shit that I do all the time, is to like make sure that I'm not taking life for granted, and just like the ability to feel the earth and like the universe around you. And it's not like the world is so big and you're just so tiny. You're a tiny, tiny part living in like a giant orb, and you have so much to be grateful for. And I'll never forget, she literally looked at me, she's like, dude, you just gotta grab the fucking dirt. And I was like, you know what, Amy, you're right. Yeah. And so like I do that shit all the time. Like I always, every single race that I've had like this year, even though she has not come to one damn fucking Spartan race, I'm so mad at her for it because I missed the shit out of her. So shout out to Amy Nation, because I know she's probably gonna listen to this. But every single race that I do that. I just like put my hands down for a second and I'm just like, all right, Amy, I get it. Like, this might be a good race. This might be a shit race, but I'm fucking grateful to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is awesome. I think that's there was an Alan Watts. He's like, if you know him, you know him. If you don't know him, you should look him up. He's cool. But he was talking about the ocean. And I cannot say it as well as he can. We'd have to link the video or something. But at the end of it, it was something really powerful was said. He was like, the ocean, why people love the ocean so much and like why it is such an incredible like healing source is because it's literally like refuses to be fucked with. Like it is an impenetrable force. It's like
so true.
It doesn't matter like even the earth, it's like it will shift, it will change, we can compromise it, we can manipulate it. Good fucking luck with the ocean. You know?
That's so true.
And you see it and you see the vastness of it and you see the greatness of it. And it's like you immediately, like without the ocean even saying anything, you look at it. And I did this. It was like when I was going through that bullshit in my life, I went to the fucking ocean. I sat there and it was just like, I was like, I understand. Like, it was just like, I have a lot of respect for you.
Like it earns your respect because it's like always crashing.
It tells you without having to tell you, like, you cannot win me. You cannot touch me. You're lucky that I allow you to be in here with me.
Dude, super side note. It's one of the reasons why I absolutely fucking hate the ocean. I am a landlocked mermaid. I'll say that till the day I die. I
love the ocean.
I love being on a boat.
I love being in the ocean.
Dude, I love being on a boat, but like the ocean cannot be fucked with. Like we don't belong there.
I know.
I'm
door
so
number 2 was like so disappointed you at the beach. He looked at me and he was like,
who?
Door number 2.
Oh, okay.
Throwback to the previous episodes.
Okay.
He like looked at me and we went. He was like, are you gonna come into the are you gonna get in the water? Or are you gonna be one of those bitches? I was like, oh no, I'm getting in the water. I was like, Tracy's one of those bitches.
Oh fuck yeah, you know I didn't get my ass in that water.
No, she did not.
I sweat my ass.
Dude, him and I were fucking cruising. I know. Cruising that water.
Abigail was out there doing her thing in the ocean, and I was out running after somebody's fucking. I was twerking on the beach, and then all of a sudden this tent started flipping, coming at us, and I went from like doing my thing and dancing on the beach to like chasing this fucker's tent. Down the sand.
Yep.
No, but it's so true. I'm so serious. That's literally like one of the main reasons why I don't fuck with that shit is because it cannot be fucked with. And it's scary, man. But it earns your respect just like everything else in life. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pullback, but in a way, you have to like give yourself grace to go out and meditate or journal or do something as a creative outlet. Oh, my mom just sent me 5 pictures of this because
the atonement.
Yeah, it's just
atonement. I think it's so cool though. Like this isn't necessarily what we were going to talk about this episode, but I feel like this is fitness because to me, it's like,
shit.
This shit is so important, like to your fitness, to your life, to your future. Like people are like, what can I do to like lose fat and build muscle and all this stuff? And it's like, honestly, bro, like lift weights and eat well and shit, but really like meditate and journal because you're going to start observing things about yourself, your eating habits, the things you do when you're stressed, the things you do when you're sad. You're going to be able to meditate, sit there and ground yourself. You put yourself in nature. You allow yourself to be outside. You allow yourself to get vitamin D. It's like all of those things that are positive for you not only allow you to be more aware of who you are now, but decide who you want to be.
Yeah.
And it's like those things are immensely powerful. I think far more powerful than working out and just being like, I'm just going to eat good. It's like Man, if you have years and years and years and years and years and years of eating like shit or terrible eating habits or like a bad relationship with food, good luck just being like, I'm just going to eat better.
Yeah.
But you know what's helped me immensely? Journaling. Being like, these are my eating habits I notice about myself. This is how I'm feeling today. Meditating.
Yep.
Especially meditating when you're about to fucking do some bullshit with food. Yeah. It's like, nope, I'm going to go for 10 minutes. I'm going to go sit with myself and breathe.
Dude, totally. And I just like there's a part in here that I wanna look at because I saw it on my mom's
Stone
thing.
of Atonement.
No, it's called the Court of Atonement.
The Court of Atonement.
So this is what I was talking about with my people that are doing this weight loss challenge. Okay. So all right, I just found it. It's called I Love Myself. So basically, the Court of Atonement, my mom had sent it to me. It's a self-healing guide, I guess, like if you want to call it. And there's like a bunch of different dialogues that you could do. And I know I said it in the beginning, but you don't have to do every single one. So basically every single one that you read says, I blank place myself blank into a full court of atonement for the purpose of whatever. And so there's, I am free. I love myself. Whatever. I am safe. And
is that the title or is that the whole passage?
Yeah. Well, each passage has its own thing.
Okay.
And so, you write your initials and you repeat to yourself this atonement until you kind of like feel yourself being in a place of acceptance. And then, like every so often, and this is how it ties into what our people are doing, is that like, it's not always going to be good. And so like tying into fitness, a group of us, not a group of us, because I'm not doing it, but I mean, I guess myself too, because we were just talking about this. Anyway, a group of us in the Flogger program,
Tracy, what kind of crack?
Listen, a group of us are doing a fat loss challenge. And one of the things that I had said is like, fitness is all about ebbs and flows. And like, you were going to feel really shitty about yourself and you feel like you have to do this challenge. And I'm 100% for people having something on the calendar, having something in their head that's going to force them.
Having a challenge.
Right. Having a goal, whatever. But at the end of the day, like no matter what you're doing, you have to know that like every day you're not going to feel good, but you still have to keep on the track because then you're going to feel good again. And then you're not going to feel good, whatever. So this one, like, you want me to read it out loud? Okay. It's called I Love Myself. Hold on. It's kind of tiny. I don't have my glasses on. So I'm getting old.
Do you want me to read it?
No.
Okay.
So like I said, it says I so-and-so. So I'll just say like I, Tracy, right? It says I, Tracy, place myself, Tracy Bianco, into a full court of atonement with the entirety of my family lineages as well as all of my friends and acquaintances for the purpose of resolving inflammation that has been caused by feelings of self-loathing, self-hatred, rage, enraged, and outraged. I bring in everyone involved in the creation of this energy, and I ask to correct this energy as its points of origin. I ask all of us to repent our errors, sins, and mistakes. I ask us all to redeem ourselves and make amends with each other and within ourselves. I ask to create internal dialogues that are kind and considerate of myself. I ask myself to tell myself that I am good, I am loved, I'm appreciated, and I am respected. My soul loves and respects me. My heart loves and respects me. I love and respect myself. I repeat, I love myself. And it's just like shit like that, like seems so stupid to some people.
It's not.
But it's not stupid. Like
I was the person that if you had said even 3 years ago to do positive affirmations in the mirror, I remember just seeing, like, I would say, no, there's no way. There's no way. I think that's so stupid. And now, like, I'll have whole 10-minute meditative practices, like, totally, where I'm doing breath work and it's like breathing in. It's like, I'm confident, breathing out. I'm successful. Like, I am loved. I am whatever it is. And there's one that I'll do often where I don't say it out loud, but I think it. And every time I take a breath in, I think gratitude, like I'm breathing in gratitude. And every time I take a breath out, I think love, like I'm breathing out love. And it's actually been like, it like makes me emotional thinking about it now. Some of the most powerful meditative practices, because I will feel myself sending out love to people. Yeah. To people that I know, that I love, that have wronged me, that haven't wronged me, and I feel them receiving it. I don't know if they receive it in that moment. Like, I don't know if in that moment they feel some like little bit of like something powerful in them, but I feel myself giving it to them and sending it out to them. And so it's like, that shit is real. Like, to me, totally. Because like the past few months I've been doing this, I've had not one, not two, 5, 10, like people legitimately come to me and be like, you're different. Like you're more positive, you're lighter, or oh my God, you're such an incredible, like you have such a good aura to you. You have such a positive light to you. I was the like high school dude. I was the fucking negative complainer. Like I was not that person. Like I was never. So like I was just
you always used to wear like you never used to wear the positivity on your face, but you would wear every other emotion on your face.
Yeah, it was like bad to be positive. It was bad to feel joy. It was wrong to feel joy. Like it was literally like something, if you feel joy, something's wrong with me, you know? And now for people to come up to me and be like, you are just such a positive being, like that is the highest praise I can receive. Yeah. Because to me, that's like proof that the work that I've been putting in and just the saying is, it's like, it's what I'm being.
Right. Absolutely.
And so it makes me believe now too, even though it's like, it's hard to sometimes be like, I am successful. I am confident. I am, you know, like these things that I've never felt. I am intelligent. Like these things that I don't necessarily feel associated with, I believe them more now. Because now when I wake up and it's like, I am positive. I am grateful. I am so fucking grateful. I love life, you know, and to start feeling that and really feel that way. It's like, oh, I'm going to say this other stuff more too, because guess what? I'm going to say it and one day I will think it and one day I will be it.
Absolutely.
Because I'm already it. I'm just uncovering that.
Right.
Like, and that's the whole Buddhist philosophy that I love so much. Is like, you are it. Like you're
already there.
You are that's what Alan Watts says. He's like, you are the works. You are it. You just have to find that out for yourself. Your perception, right, of who you are is limiting your own self. Totally. And is disrupting the perception of what people should be seeing versus what you're allowing them to see.
Totally. And I think that like even, you know, people coming up to you and saying that like your energy is different, like I'm a very firm believer that, you know, they say fake it till you make it. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that if you put good energy out, like good energy is going to come to you even on bad days. Like this morning, like I always make it a point to say like, I'm good. Like I'm good. Like if somebody, you know, you're not going to be your best self every day. And like today, like I had a shitty run this morning because I was feeling like shit. And I like, listen, people feel like shit, but I don't want to be a negative Nancy. And like, I'm out with my friends, we're having a good time or whatever. And like, Alana's like, dude, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And like, listen, I'm really not fucking good, right? Like I'm not good. However, I will tell myself I'm good because I really am. Like, yeah, okay. I felt like shit. But at the end of the day, like, I'm good, man. Like, it's just a bad run. It ain't gonna kill me. Is it annoying for the time being? Am I in pain for the time being? Sure. But like, nothing lasts forever, dude. I'm good. Like, you know? And I think that like, that is something that I've always done. I get that from my dad a lot because my dad is very like, he pushes off like bad energy hard, but he doesn't necessarily like deal with it. He's just always like, I'm good. I'll figure it out. I'm good. I'll figure it out. But I grabbed that from him because me telling myself I'm good is like, you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking hurt, but I'm good, man.
But you know what? That's kind of the same thing as like something that I had to practice that you already have, which is like you are not that meditation that I heard. These are previous episodes, guys. If you're confused as to like some of the backstories here, we talked about these in previous episodes. But the whole like you are not your suffering. You know, that's kind of in short, it's like that's the I'm good. Like, you know, and for me, I was so fucking associated with my suffering. It's like I could not see past my suffering. Right. Like that was it. That was all that was in front of me always. And it was this misery. It was misery that I was like living in. Yeah. And now it's like, you're not your suffering. You feel negative things. You feel a negative stimuli. You feel negative emotion, whatever. But you are not your suffering.
No. And I don't think that like.
It is not you. You are you. The suffering is just a part of the existence. Right. You are not.
And suffering is going to happen your whole fucking life. Like that's another thing. It doesn't like I was reading something like, you know, my Instagram page is full of like literally dog's food and like adventure, inspirational, you know, higher hope self type of things because that's the things that I follow. My Instagram algorithm is just so jacked up and Harry Styles. But
Oh my God, dude. I can't stand you with the Harry
Shut up.
Styles,
Listen,
bro.
let's.
He's so overrated.
He's not overrated. Get over it.
He's also gay.
Anyway, okay, so whatever. Anyway,
He's like, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't claim that energy. No, I'm just kidding.
I reject that. I reject that.
I reject that energy. Fuck. What the hell was I just saying now? You just fucking threw me off.
You were saying the inspirational quotes on your page.
Oh. Whatever. That's not what I was saying. Oh, that people, I was reading something that people like define themselves on their suffering because they're like, I have been through so much and this is what I've been through. And I started my life because of X, Y, and Z. And it fucking drives me nuts because I see people that have had like shitty upbringings, or I see people that have gone through some serious shit and they're like, of course, everything that you go through, you're gonna say to yourself, yeah, that's made me a better human being because I've learned from my mistakes. But I don't believe that you're fucking defined by the things that you went through. Like, you're defined how you fucking dealt with them and decided to make your own life. And like, to me, it's like, okay, I've been through some pretty tough shit too. And in the back of my head, a lot of things I don't necessarily talk about because it's over and it's done with. You can't change the past. But I decided to move forward in a lot of different ways, and I'm still deciding to do so. So that's what I define myself as, is like that good energy that I'm putting out to deal with my shit. That's how I define myself, not by the shit that I already went through. And like the bad energy that you used to create and feel like suffering was who you are. Like it's not. And you shouldn't be defined by the suffering you went through or put yourself through. You should be defined by like how you took that and created something different.
Yeah, that's powerful.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just so I think back to like my first ever affirmation that I didn't even realize I would tell myself. And it was this thing that I noticed. It was like anytime I'd put out, and I was like fucking 16. Like my ass didn't need money, but I was like, I need money, you know, like, and so, or I'd want to buy something, or I would just like, I would have like odd jobs that I would do, and I would like not have any odd jobs. Cause I was always like, even when I was younger, I was 14, 15, I was like I wanted to make money, I wanted to like pay for my own shit. I wanted to buy stuff. So I would babysit, or I would house sit, or I would work odd job, like whatever. And I wouldn't have any for a while. And I was like, man, I would really like some money right now. And random, somebody would send me a fucking letter like, thank you, $50, $100. Somebody would call me like the next day for some kind of job. Like, and I remember just thinking like, wow, whenever I need money, I get it. And it was an affirmation I didn't realize I was telling myself. But ever since then in the future, it was something that I believed. And I believed it fully, and it would happen. And now it's like, bro, it's like if I literally have, and I've said this, I've talked to my mom about this. I'm like, I'm never worried about being poor. No. Not even poor in life, because I'll be rich forever, you know, if that's the case. But I'm not even worried about being monetarily poor. I will always have money if I need it. Like, and it's something that's just like I fully believe and I got. Right. It's like it's
manifest.
It's weird because if you really declare it and you really declare it, they say like, yeah, you got to put the work behind it. But like when you really declare it, you start moving in that. You start acting like somebody who does this thing. I will always have money. It's like now I act like somebody who always has money. Right. And I start operating as a human being that always has money.
Right. And it's not to say that you're not putting in the work for it, because you absolutely do.
But that's what somebody who always has money does. Right. They go out and seek opportunities. They're going and putting in a couple extra hours of work. They're going and doing things that will help invest in their future to make money in the future. Right. It's like that's somebody who always has money.
Always has money.
I always have money. I will always make money. I will always have a lot of money. I'll always have way more money than I need. And I fully believe that. And it's like, because I do that, I operate as the person who does that. And then I become that.
Because it's like manifesting what you want and in turn doing it for yourself.
Atomic Habits talks about this.
Yeah.
In the book.
Oh, I'm reading that book.
Okay. Atomic Habits talks about this, where he says like,
I actually read it, by the way. Don't knock me. I'm on page 50.
Oh shit. See, well then you probably read this part. Is like somebody was like, how somebody lost weight is they literally were like, what would a fit person do? What would a fit person do in this scenario? And then it's like, okay, they're at the dinner table. Instead of eating like the pizza that's for like a half a pizza that I want to eat.
Yeah.
It's like they would have chicken and a salad and, you know, sweet potato or whatever. Like, and it's like, because you say, I am going to operate as a fit person. I am a fit person. You might not be a fit person.
Right.
But it's like, I'm going to.
You don't have to be yet.
Right.
That's the thing. You don't have to be yet.
But everything that you do now, you have moved in the direction of being like,
yes,
I'm going to do everything. I'm going to change the way I operate as human.
Yes.
And put it in the direction of somebody who is more fit.
Mm-hmm.
And thus I will become that.
Yep.
You know, it's like, shit, I really want this wine tonight. You know what? I don't think that somebody who really cares about their health would be drinking 2 glasses of wine on a Tuesday. I'm not going to do it. And then you don't. It's just.
But it's powerful though, because you, oh my God. Sorry. Just a side note. I just got a text message.
Oh.
We had just got
that's so crazy.
Message.
I just also.
So crazy.
A text message.
Wait, hold on. I want to read this other thing that I also found. So give me 1 second here, because I have another thing on this atonement sheet that I want to read. It's something about like nothing is working. Oh. Okay, ready? This one is called, oh shit, does this the fucking, such as I can do it, I am capable. Oh, right. This one is asking you to say like, I can do it and I am capable. Over again, there's one about appetites.
I think I can.
Yeah.
That's like positive affirmation train.
It says, I can do it. This one is called I can do it. So I, Tracy, place myself, Tracy Bianco, into a full court of atonement for the purpose of correcting any and all detrimental or negative thoughts, ideas, beliefs that are things that are quote unquote out of my control. I can't fix it. Nothing is working. I've tried everything. I ask to search through my energy for any and all detrimental statements of fatality and futility. I ask to change these statements into possibilities and all positive outcomes to come, such as I can do it. I am capable. The universe only transpires for me. Something good will come of this. I don't know how. I don't need to know how. I still intend to do it. I believe in miracles. And it's just like, I don't know. When I was a kid and you know, a bunch of people were like, you're all like, oh, this is like hippy dippy shit. It doesn't mean anything, whatever. And I used to be that person that.
Me too.
I used to be the person that I feel like I expressed gratitude and I was always grateful for my surroundings by myself, but in my own way, because I was always like, you know, I was an outcast growing up. Like that's just what I wanted to get along with everybody. I don't really give a shit if you liked me or not, but I was going to treat you as somebody who liked me because I didn't want to be that person that just hated everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tried to give people the benefit of the doubt. And like I said, I don't give a fuck if you didn't like me back, but I always wanted to treat you with respect unless you crossed me, right? And whatever. But I always used to think that this stuff was kind of stupid until honestly, like really last year that I put things down on paper and I started journaling and then I started reading positive affirmations and telling myself that. And I was like, you know, I'd be like standing in the mirror and being like, I am good. Wow, this is fucking dumb. I am literally talking to myself in a mirror and like writing shit down and it is so stupid, right? But I was already doing that stuff, just not like out loud or on paper or in front of myself.
I think it's worse like when you try to make a big whoopy dippy deal out of it by like going in front of a mirror, especially when you first start. Yeah, like that's like, I still don't even do that necessarily. Like
I don't do it,
and I'm somebody that really believes in that stuff. So for me, it's like I try to do it when I'm in not when I'm in a space to really believe it, but when I'm in a space to receive it. When I'm in a space to.
Well, that's the thing of like me saying that I'm good. Like I'm good. Right. I don't need to stand in front of a mirror and say I'm good. But if somebody asks me and they're like, "Dude, you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, but yes,
you know,
so that's
like because I want that positive energy to fucking bounce back and bounce off of something or bounce off a fucking tree and hit me back in the head because I am good.
Yeah, you know, that's one example. I think. Another is like if you're really trying to do some sort of positive affirmation, you're trying to declare something for yourself. It's like do it once you're in a space to receive. Whether it's like you're done reading your favorite book, you feel calm, you've just meditated, you're sitting on the beach and you're just by yourself and you're just breathing. You're not meditating, whatever. Like that is meditative, but we're gonna, you know, but like you're in a space to be like I feel closer to myself. I feel closer to source. When you can do that, then it's like that's the time. You don't have to look in the mirror. You don't have to write it down and be all whippy dippy, whatever. Yeah. But just to be like, breathe and just be like, I am confident.
Mm.
Like for me, it's like, I am my purpose.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
totally.
I am exactly where I'm supposed to be right now.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
That's another thing is figuring out, like, you said something earlier a little bit in this conversation about, you know, you didn't know exactly where you're like supposed to be, but you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I've been journaling about a lot because I've been in kind of this limbo. You and I have both been kind of in this limbo.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, like, this state would provoke so much anxiety in me, like so much anxiety in me. And I've been in my journals just kind of doing the positive affirmation where it's like, I don't know where I'm going, but I know that it's exactly where I'm supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep doing the next right thing. I'm going to keep working hard, and I'm going to keep making connections. I'm going to keep connecting with people. I'm going to keep doing the work, and I'm going to keep doing the things because I will know exactly where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
The opportunities will come. And it's like, as I write this down, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I truly and wholly believe it. It's like, I don't necessarily know what the next couple of years looks like, but I know that it's exactly what's supposed to happen, exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to keep doing my absolute best to be my absolute best. And I can only trust that it's like, that's what's going to come back to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
totally.
You and you, I think, have been one of the biggest examples. My mom and then also Tolly's, one of my best friends in high school, have been probably the best examples of being like such givers because I'm not a giver.
But when I first met you, you weren't a giver, but now you are.
So I was like, it was work. Like I was just like giving of time, giving of emotions, giving of things, like actual
dude, like we were
things.
even talking about the fucking pancake shit for your birthday. Like when I first met you, I was like, hey, you want this? You want that?
Yes.
Hey, I'll buy it for you, whatever. And now Abigail's the one like, yo, you want lunch? I'll pick it up for you.
Yeah,
like she used to never do that stuff.
Right. It was such a foreign thing to me. And I'd like to think it wasn't because I was like a total asshole. I think it was just because I literally didn't understand it, the concept of giving. Like I didn't even get it. Like it just wasn't, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like having you in my life has helped me so much to be like, it's not the more you give, the more you lose and the more you get rid of. It's like the more you give, the more you get back. Like in some ways it's so selfish. Like it's like, first of all, it helps you because it's like none of this matters. Get rid of it. Like when people are saying, oh, let me pay you back, I don't fucking, like, it's money.
Yeah,
it will go.
fine.
It comes. It's like money is cyclical, just like life is cyclical. Like, it's fucking, I always have it. Like, you know, like, and I tell them, like, I'll give more if I want it. Like, you know, like, because I really believe that. So it's like giving and giving of time and giving of energy. It's like, you help me so much with that because, and I've seen too, like, not only how good it makes me feel, how good it makes me feel when you give, right? Like, so being on the receiving end, how good it makes others feel. But also it's like, I've seen some crazy karmic shit happen to me that I'm like, look, I don't know if it's like, cause I gave this, I got this, but I just know that it's like, you give good, you get good.
Yeah.
It's just what happens. Yeah. You know, I had a client, I don't even like really want to tell this situation cause I feel like it's kind of braggy, but it's going to loop back around to the giving thing. It's like I had a client, and again, these are two independent situations, two independent people. I had a client, she's older, they're retired, they don't really like have a whole lot of money, and she loves reading, and she struggles with getting books because of the font. It's hard to read. And so I talked to her about my Kindle that I read. And she's like, okay, well, you know, how much is that or whatever? And I just like ordered her one, you know, because it's like, if anything, like, I'm an asshole. I'll use it as a tax write-off, you know, like, whatever. So, and she was, oh my God, I can't give this to me, whatever. I was like, take the fucking Kindle. It's like $150.
Right, just take the Kindle.
It's like nothing, you know, like, it's really like, you know.
Yeah.
And it didn't necessarily matter. It was just like, I knew, like, the way that she received it, it was like, to me, it was like, that was worth everything. And then a week later, I'm at dinner with this guy, and Ellen, one of my clients, one of her clients, and then I train her daughter. Like, basically, she's like family to me, you know?
Yeah.
And she saw us at dinner, and she comes over and hey, whatever, and we talk and we hug, and it's love you and whatever, I'll see you later. And I eat dinner, and we're going to pay the tab, and the guy's like, they paid for your dinner.
Oh.
You know? And it's just like, like I almost was just like, okay, I see. Like, you know,
Like,
it's
I
like you
see
still
it.
see it. You
Mhm.
still, and it's like,
Mhm.
even if it's independent things, whatever, coincidence or not.
Yeah.
It's like, you give good, man, you get good.
Right. You are good people. Like, and it isn't like in a sense that like, you know that you're going to get shit back. It's like, I
No,
think
'cause
about
you
it
feel
like,
good, you give good, you get good, you get the feeling.
Exactly.
Just the feeling
Yep.
in and of itself once you finally release it. Like,
Mhm.
speaking on behalf of a person who's like such a mine type of person.
Yeah.
To just be like, once you let it go, I'll even feel myself sometimes struggle with it. I'll be like, like, you know, like, and then you give something away.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that I feel it externally, like I'm like struggling. It's just that inside, like, ick, like, oh, I don't know if I want to give this to them right now, you know?
Yeah.
And you give it to them, or you give them this time that you're like, I don't really know if they deserve, you know, my time. And you give it, and once it's gone, you're like, why did I care so much?
Yeah.
You know, like,
But you know,
why
like,
did I hold on to that so tightly? Like it's mine. It's
Right,
like none of
right.
it's yours.
right. And
none of it's yours.
Like, I think about it like, there's a lot of people in my life, like, you know me, dude. Like, I rarely take bullshit from many people.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of one of those people that it's like, all right, bro, like, I did everything that I could to try to, you know, like, help you out, and you're a fucker, so I just really don't need your energy in my life.
Mhm.
Like, I try. I give
Mhm.
people the benefit of the doubt, don't get me wrong. But I mean, if you're a fucker, I don't really need you in my life. And I kind of like live by that. It's like, not everybody is made for everybody in this world. And I'm 100% okay with that. If you
Mhm.
don't like me, that's fine. Like, no big deal. Just let me know and be on your merry way. But I never wish like ill will on people. And I think that like, not necessarily receiving it back, like that type of energy is something that over time I feel is that I would always be myself no matter what. And I don't get mad when people don't like me or don't give me back the same things that I would do for them. Like, for example, sometimes you expect people to act and do the same things that you would.
No.
And it's just not how it works, because everybody is different.
Yes.
And everybody shows, you know, gratitude in different ways and whatever. But at the same time, like, if you are deserving of that gratitude, you'll get it. But you can't be mad that they're not giving it to you, only because you would never change the person that you are.
Right.
And like, that's what that positivity, like, energy has done for me, is just made me, you know, like, I don't want to use the word confidence, because confidence is so like teetered. Like, I have good days and bad days, but confidence in the sense of like, I'm never going to change who I am just to please other people.
Yeah.
Like, I am going to be a good person because I want to be.
You have to
You
give
know?
too. You have to give with zero expectation that you'll get anything in return.
Yeah, totally.
You have to,
Yeah.
because the thing is the good will come in other ways.
Mhm.
Like, you might not get the reaction you want out of the person. And if you're trying to do it for that reason, you're not really giving fully.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like a half give.
Mm-hmm.
It's a give with an expectation of take.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
that's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I give knowing full well that there might not be a thank you. There might not be any, like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but I know in my heart that it's like, that shaped who I am.
Mm-hmm.
That in and of itself is getting good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back, right?
Absolutely.
It's like the fact that I can continue to practice releasing things
Mm-hmm.
is a practice of being like, oh, I just got good
Yeah.
back immediately.
It is so crazy. Like, it's crazy how like worlds connect because of the energy that you give out too.
Mhm.
Like, you know, this guy who some people who are watching this podcast will know, Mike OCR, who is, I can't say his last name. Holy shit. It's like 25 letters, starts with an O. I don't fucking know. But anyway, he is good, genuine people.
Mhm.
And this dude runs with what's a group called Oscar Mike, which is like disabled people who are running Spartan races. And they literally will travel with these people that are like, have one leg, they are on crutches, they are, you know, in a wheelchair, and they will shoot their asses over an A-frame cargo net
Mhm.
with a bunch of them. So anyway, he runs like every weekend. And I had met him online. I met him in person at a Spartan race, and we just got to talking, and now he knows my whole Flocker crew, really good guy. Anyway, he needed some help training, and he had like came to me and asked me about it. And I was like, listen, dude, like I really, at this time I wasn't doing like online training. I still am not. But I wanted to help him out because he's such a good guy. And I was just like, listen, let me write you a couple workouts. You can sift through these workouts. Do not pay me.
Mhm.
Like I don't want payment.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to thank you. Like I just want you to do them because I genuinely want to
Yeah.
help you and get you stronger and whatever. And he did them, and he texted me, and he was like, he's down like 3 belt loop sizes, like
Nice,
since I've
man.
helped him.
That's awesome.
But it's not like what I want, you know, it's just like,
Just
it's
feels
great
good.
that I'm helping him, but it does feel good that to know
feels
that
good.
he recognizes it. And so when my grandpa passed away, like it just like, this makes me so emotional because it's just so crazy. Like, you know, the Pell penny situation. So if anybody doesn't know, my grandfather passed away. And when we were kids, we used to super glue pennies on the ground or like change because he can't fucking see. And we always used to think, we were like, hey, like he always used to pick up change because he's a frugal bitch.
Yeah.
And he used to look at the ground and be like, oh, there's change. But joke's
He'd
on
glue
him. It
on-
was super
yeah.
glued to the ground. So we used to do that. We actually sold our house in Northfield with like 4 pennies on the steps because we couldn't get them up because they were there for so long. So anyway, like this whole penny thing has just been like a, you know, a joke. And we buried him with a penny in his pocket. Both me and my brother put a penny in his pocket in the casket and whatever. And I had been helping Mike, and you know, he's been telling me about him losing weight and just like good people, like just sending good energy back and forth, whatever. And about that time that he told me that he was losing weight, he literally sent me a note in the mail. He was like, hey, I have something for you. I need to send it to you. And I was like, okay. And he sent me a fucking note of a penny that he picked up at a race after he sent it, like after I sent it to him. He was actually at a Spartan race the day that he messaged me telling me that he was losing weight. And he was cleaning up one of like the cargo nets and he found a heads up penny next to one of the Spartan flags.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
That's
and he
awesome.
literally, like, it makes me so emotional. Like,
yeah, it makes me emotional.
yeah, like he took a picture of it and like sent it to me. And I
Yeah.
have the penny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So like I have that penny in my car and I have that picture in my car. And it's just like good energy breeds good people. You know what I mean?
It's
Like not us fucking crying on this
I
podcast
know.
right now, but it's so true. Like I never asked for that. Like I don't need that. Nor like I don't ask for it, nor do I need that. But it's like you just found somebody that was good people and like they are willing to give it back to you. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, and that's,
Like,
a
that's
gift
good stuff.
to me. That's a gift that is like that's invaluable.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
It's crazy. Like, and like I
That
can't
somebody
repay him.
Yeah, that somebody
Like,
can do that and be like, hey, just so you know, I'm thinking about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
and
send
like
me
I
this
took
whole
the time
fucking
to
card.
take this
Like,
and send it to you. And
yeah. Like printed out the picture, like literally picked up the penny. The penny was heads up when I got it. Like it was just one of those things that I literally got in the mail and I was like fucking speechless because
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
I cannot believe that somebody
yeah,
who was in a different state competing, I think he was in like fucking Colorado Springs or like something crazy, like not even on the East Coast, could just like see something like that in the ground and just be like, oh my God, this is for Tracy's grandfather.
yeah.
And like send it to me. Like, I don't know, dude. That shit is just like,
That's powerful.
that's some earthly shit right there.
Yeah, that's like
that's some
beyond
real,
earthly. That's beyond earthly shit.
yeah.
That's really beautiful. I just maybe it's the summer solstice is making me emotional. Fucking
We're getting
Christ.
fucking emotional as podcast over here. I'm
I don't
fucking
even
sweating again.
know it. Me too, dude. Why is it whenever we laugh or cry, we're sweating? I'm getting.
I feel like I could
mucusy.
smell myself.
I'm getting mucus build up from my head cold.
First cry ever on the BarTalk podcast.
I know, dude. Yeah.
No,
so
but
I think that at the heart of it, it's like take this episode how you want, but it's to me like this is fitness advice to me.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that this is what gets you so far in your fitness journey, because like you'll understand that it's like fitness is life. It's like it is life.
Oh yeah.
It's the suffering, it's
Yeah.
the work, it's the family, it's the eating, it's the going outside, it's the being healthy, it's the feeding your mind, feeding your body, feeding your soul. It's all of it. And it's like I think that borderline, man, this like the more I've been doing it, it's like the soul and the mind is really important.
Mhm.
Like
Your body is a machine. You have to it is a machine and there's so many parts to it.
and I think that it's like, what does somebody say? Somebody said like I work out so that every day I can like tell my mind that it is in fact like a slave to my body or something. Like it's like to understand that it's like my mind and my thoughts and the suffering, it's like you're not me.
Mm.
You know?
Mm.
And I think a lot of people, when they work out, with the eating, with everything, it's like they let their mind rule them.
Oh,
and because
totally.
of that, their soul suffers.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you can like really dive deep into that, like who you are and what you really want, and you know where this stress comes from and what these tendencies are doing, and just being kind of an observer in your own life and not a judger, just an observer, and like figuring out exactly what kind of where you're at and like where you want to go. I really think that is so paramount to your fitness, to life in general, too, to any goals you're trying to accomplish. But like in terms of BarTalk, right? It's like to your fitness, to being like, I get to go to the gym today. I'm going to work out. I'm going to push through this fucking workout that I don't want to do. I'm going to do these extra 2 reps. Like,
because it's an all around healthy mindset to have, whether you're just in the gym doing some sort of movement, or whether you have goals, or whether you're training for a race or a competition. Like at the end of the day, it's all connected. You know, they say like a gut is another part of your brain, like your gut and your soul and your body, like it is one working machine. You have to fuel all different parts of it. And that is why like it is so important. I want to send them this code of atonement, whether they think it's stupid or not, because it's like I said earlier, like
the
every day
crew who's doing the fat loss challenge.
Yeah. Like every day is not going to be your best, but if you continuously put good energy out there, it will pay off.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like a lot of them are doing this fat loss challenge because they feel like they're in a rut and, you know, they need something on the calendar, and I'm 100% there for it. But at the end of the day, like you said, like if you're in the gym and you're doing just 2 more reps, like your mental is so huge for that, and you have to feed it. And good energy feeds good mental stability, and like that is fitness, period.
Yeah. The soul and the mind are connected, and the body, they're all connected. Yeah. They're all impacted by one another. And I think, I mean, that's why Ben Pakulski, this like famous bodybuilder, like world-class bodybuilder, has his own gym, MI40.
Oh yeah.
Tampa gym, super. That's Ben Pakulski. And he's huge on meditation.
Yeah.
He's huge on being like awareness and meditation, and like awareness around the food you're eating, right? Because like people who are bodybuilding, it's like, oh my God, everything is focused on like food and meal timing in their training session, and you can become so lost in it. And he's like, to sit down with yourself, to not let your body be a slave to your mind.
Totally.
And to be really aware of what's going on in everything that you're doing. It's like, it takes your fitness to the next level. It takes your goals and the things that you're trying to do and makes them something that is more within your reach.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Side note, before we log off, I'm very pumped. I'm getting full tatted up.
Shut up. Tomorrow he comes home too, so me too. Tomorrow Rhina comes home, so me too.
Okay, I'm getting full tatted up literally in a month.
You have the schedule already?
I'm competing July 19th and 20th in Orlando.
Okay.
And my tattoo artist, Hector Salas, is his Instagram. You guys need to fucking check out his work. He's incredible. Insane. I mean, you can check out some of his work on my arm.
Yeah, I mean, like insane.
First piece, insane. I mean, like
clean.
It healed amazing. It just like so good. I cannot tell you how many compliments I've gotten on this tattoo.
Like it's just so realistic.
I look at it every day and I'm like, I cannot believe this on my body. This is amazing. He wants to come watch me compete. And I think probably know you just that Friday.
Cool.
And then we're going to drive up to Tampa. He's never been. And hang out with my sister and shit.
Cool.
Because I think she needs to. If she doesn't, she wants and needs to get some tattoos from him. And he's going to tap me the fuck up while we're in Tampa. Yeah, so we're going to see Tampa and he's going to tap me the fuck up. So I'm getting a python around.
I thought you were doing the crow first.
Hold on. Dude, I'm getting tatted up this weekend.
Okay.
That weekend. So he's like basically he's got full creative freedom. Like I'm kind of just letting him do what he wants, and that's why he's like, I will travel to tattoo you because like I'm like so excited to do this. But we're gonna put a snake behind here.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's like, to me, I was gonna get behind my ear, but I kind of like it on my shoulder. This will be my nature arm, and it's like the python represents transformation, which I think is really cool. Also, pythons are just fucking cool. And
you doing it dark?
We're going to make the animals more, dark, like so that they stand out.
Contrast?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
rad.
And
cool.
Also, to me, it's like the devil's always on your shoulder. You don't have to always fucking listen to it. Like, just because the devil's always on your shoulder doesn't mean you have to listen. So it's going to be right here behind on my shoulder and then down my arm. And then we're going to do some leaf work, right? So to fill in the gaps.
Yep.
The crow.
Yes.
Right.
Forearm for sure.
We'll be on the forearm.
Love that.
We'll be on the forearm. I think it'll look fucking awesome on the forearm.
All her sisters have crow tattoos.
All my sisters have crow tattoos, so I promised them I'd get one.
Cool.
We're going to get a lotus flower on my arm, and then he's going to put probably a couple other flowers. He'll probably tie in another longer floral piece on the front of my arm. And then put leaves around it, and I would like the leaves to go up my hand.
Are you gonna get your whole arm done at one time?
My whole arm. Probably.
You're gonna be sitting there for hours.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we'll have time to do my whole arm. We'll probably for sure get the snake, for sure get the crow.
Yeah.
Whatever we don't get done, we're going to New Orleans in September.
Sure, count me in.
Yeah.
Just can't be the 16th.
It's the weekend before.
Cool.
So go to New Orleans that weekend, and whatever he doesn't finish, he'll finish there. And then...
Oh, God. What? Are you getting your side piece done?
I want my dragon tattoo.
Okay.
Side piece. That will be later. I'm going to wait to put it on my leg. I'm going to wait for my legs a little bit. Because I want to leave my thigh for if we go to Thailand.
Dude. Oh, that would be
I'm going to have
so
a monk
badass.
tattoo me.
That would be so badass.
That's just really cool to me that they'll like talk to you and essentially
like see your sign, right?
They like have a conversation with you, and I believe they like pray over you. They kind of just like figure out who you are, and they do whatever crazy monk shit that they do.
Yeah.
And then they figure out, they're like, this is the tattoo that you need.
And then it's stick and poke tattoo.
And then they stick and poke. And that shit is gonna hurt so bad on my thigh, but whatever.
Fuck it, whatever.
But yeah, I want it on my thigh. And then if I wanted to get my other sleeve done.
You're not going to do all this at one time, bro.
No, this will be later.
Okay.
But I really have wanted, like, I've been talking about being like, I really want the goddess Athena tattooed on me.
You've said that forever. I thought that was the first one you were going to get.
I want the goddess Athena tattooed on me. And, but I was like, every bitch gets the goddess Athena tattooed. I mean, Hector was like, no, we can make it like really original and fucking cool. And he, you know how we're gonna get commission pieces up in here from some of his. He's really good with like statues and Greek
he's gonna
gods
paint
and
it, or he's gonna draw us 2 pieces for the studio.
Yeah, any kind of like god, goddess, statuesque Greek like stuff is like that's his fucking jam. Like he's good at everything, but that's his jam. So that would be like the theme for this arm.
Cool.
Would be like a full like statue Greek.
Oh my God.
And then tie in a couple of like tie in like
I
a couple of the
love that.
nature pieces, like so that
that.
the nature can kind of carry out through.
Yeah.
But make it more Greek, like have an olive branch or some shit. Like
I love that.
So I'm so pumped because so I just wanted to like put that out there just because I'm excited.
Abigail tatted up.
I
love it, dude. I'm full. I'm all here. If I had the money, bro, I would fucking get tatted head to toe. I'm just getting my forearm sleeve done right now. I don't know if I want to go up onto my shoulders.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like I'm a really big. I feel like I'm a broad bitch though.
It
so I don't think
it makes your arm look, honestly, like as you get tattooed, it will make your arm look smaller.
But I'm so broad, Abigail. I feel like any sort of like piecework on my arms is just gonna make me look terrible. Like I just feel.
No, dude.
I'm a manly bitch. I don't just.
Also, the shoulders like the least painful place to get tattooed. The
forearms didn't hurt. You just wait till you get your forearm done. You get to sit there. It's like therapy.
Really?
Yeah. It's like it literally feels like somebody's scratching your arm.
That'll be awesome for the bird.
Yeah.
This too. I'm glad that the snake's gonna be here. I'm glad that it'll be like leaves and shit here because the inside of the arm is the fucking worst. I heard. This is where all your nerves are.
Foot. R.I.P. I got to get that done one day when I die. I'll just get my foot taken off and buy a new one on eBay.
The wrists don't feel great, I will say.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing is like right here at the bottom of the wrist, that shit hurts.
Yeah.
Like right here, all up in the veins. But I mean, the rest of my arm, I'm just getting it all filled in with sunflowers and stuff.
And whatever I don't fuck. So yeah, I mean, I will by July be.
It's my elbow.
Good Lord. By the time July comes around, late July comes around, I will be almost fully sleeved up.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. By the end of this year, I will be fully sleeved up.
I'm fucking
so
excited for you.
My whole arm will be sleeved. Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Dude, I told door number 2, I was like, bro, I'm just gonna let you know now. I said, I don't know how you feel about tattoos, but I'm gonna have a lot. And he was actually like, honestly, I'm like super excited, and now I want a bunch. And I was like, yes!
Oh my God, brownie points, check mark, check. He's checking all the boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I don't know. That's
well, thank you for my rock, and I am good.
I'm good.
I'm
We're good.
We're good.
Fucking love you.
We're good. Love you too.
All right. Bye,
Love you
BarTalk
guys.
people. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hello?